What's up, YouTube? This is RoguePlayer and I am finally back. I hope you can't hear my brother snoring in the background, so please excuse that problem. So I'm here with a new deck profile for you guys, Vylons. And by the way, if you get my brother snoring, I'm gonna look at this video, make sure that no one can hear him, and if he is snoring, I'm gonna put some music over it. I'm gonna probably try to turn it down as low as I can, depending on how loud his snoring is. But enough of the snoring. Basically, I'm here with a new deck profile for you guys that I've posted in a while, but let's not get into details. And there's a Vylon deck. I've had this deck disbanded for a while. I've had the cards for the deck for about a year now. I just haven't built it because I wasn't interested in making it until I was like, I want to rebuild these guys. I want to make them fun again. I want to make them playable again. I want to have fun with them again. So let's get right into it. We've already been talking for a minute. Running 3 cube. If you send to the graveyard for a sync or summon of any white monster, you can immediately add any equipped spell card from your deck to your hand. So 3 cube adds your any equipped, anything for any deck, any equipped. They're running 2 sphere. When he's sent to the graveyard, from the monster card zone to the graveyard, you can equip them onto a monster. Then you can pay 500 to equip them, and then you can unequip them, send them to the graveyard, and equip any equipped spell card from your graveyard to that monster that you unequipped him from. They're running 1 Stella. At the end of the damage step, if they equip them, he's also like Sphere. If he's into the grave from the monster card zone to the graveyard, you can equip them. And when at the end of the damage step, if the monster battle, basically destroy any monster that battled it. So it's not like Catastrophe. Catastrophe destroyed at the start of the damage step. This does at the end of the damage step. Then Tetra basically has the same equipped effects as far as Sphere and Stella. But what Tetra does is that it can save the equipped monster from being destroyed. Running 1 Hept. I like Hept because you can target a Vylon monster card you control that has an equipped card on it. And then you can special summon that target in face-up defense position, but banish it when it leaves the field. So it's okay. And then I like Soldier because when he declares an attack, you can target monsters your opponent controls up to the number of cards equipped to him. So if you have 3 cards equipped to him, you can change the battle position of 3 different monsters on your opponent's side of the field. So this can get you out of a lot of jams. Then we're running 1 Genex Neutron. He's not that great of a card, but he is decent because during the end phase, if you normal summon, you just go add any machine tuner. So that's why I like Genex Neutron. That's like for my Vylon lineup. Then for extra stuff, running 2 Speedroid Manko. I don't think any Vylon decks actually run Manko, but I like Manko because he saves you from direct damage and switches all your opponent's monsters to defense mode. If you can put your opponent's big monsters in defense mode, you can really do some big damage and get over a lot of stuff. And it doesn't target the same thing as the Vylon Soldier. He also doesn't target, so not targeting can really get you out of a lot of things. They're running 2 Trident Warrior. Basically, you use him to when you normal summon him, you can special summon level 3. So you can either bring out your Vylon cubes, or you can bring out your Vylon Stella. Trident Warrior brings out the Vylons that you need. Then running 3 Solar Windjammer. If you control no monsters, special summon him once per during each of your standby phases. His level is increased by 1. That is for your synchro helpers. Now for the big monsters, you're running 1 Diablos and 1 Daedalus and 1 Archlord Christia, since a decent amount of this deck as far as monsters are fairies. Then we're running 1 Honest. So that is for your extra support Now for your spells, you're running 3 material. Now all Vylon equipped cards say if they're sent to the graveyard, you can add any Vylon spell card from your deck to your hand. So what Vylon Material does is that the equipped Vylon monster gains 600 attack. And obviously, if it's sent to the graveyard, you can add any Vylon spell card. They're running 2 Filament. The only reason I like Filament is because if the equipped monster attacks, your opponent can activate spells or traps until the end of the damage step. And obviously, he has the grave effect and component. This does piercing damage. Oh, that's not component. I only run 1 component. I wouldn't run 2 because you won't really need this card because you can just search it out with the other Vylons. Even because if you synchro something with the Vylon monster, you're just gonna grab this anyway. They're running 2 Vylon element. Basically, if any Vylon equipped card, if one of your Vylon monsters are being treated as an equipped card, they also go to the graveyard and trigger this card's effect. If basically, let's say 4 Vylon spell cards on your side of the field were sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 4 different Vylon tuners from your deck. This special summons Vylon tuners from your deck equal to the amount of Vylon spell cards that were sent to your graveyard in that sequence. So then, 1 Vylon Matter, this basically recycles your Vylons. They're running 3 Mage Power. Mage Power is probably one of the best cards in this deck. It can smack for some dirty OTKs. Mage Power basically lets your monster gain 500 attack for each spell and trap on the field, on your side of the field. So if you have Mage Power and 2 other cards, your monster immediately gains 1500 attack. They're running 2 Moon Mirror Shield. It's just broken, like, okay. They're running 1 Full-Time Veil. It's a really risky card, but it can help if you need the card that you're looking for. Because you can run into quite a few dead cards in this deck. They're running 1 Swords at Dawn. Basically, it's a quick play spell and it lets you immediately equip an equipped spell from your graveyard to a monster. So it's a really quick, feisty card. 1-for-1 for Vylon Sphere. Rhoda for Trident Warrior, and release Restraint Wave because you can target 1 equipped spell card you control, destroy all face down spells and traps your opponent controls. So yeah, that is the main deck. It's a lot of monsters and a lot of spells. Now for the extra, we're going with 2 Omega. We're going to start from big to low. 2 Omega. Omega is the big guy. Their effects are pretty long, so I'm probably gonna either talk about their effects in a combo video or something like that. Running 2 Alpha, 2 Epsilon. Epsilon's one of the best. Basically, cards equipped to him cannot be targeted by card effects. So the only way really to get rid of them is if you use a card that would destroy all of them, and then once per turn, you can send 1 equipped card from him and target 1 monster on the field and destroy it. So he's really good. Then Sigma, basically, if he's the only monster that attacks, you can immediately equip any equipped card from your deck to him from the deck. Then for 7's running, the other 7's running 2 Black Rose because it's hilarious. If you nuke the whole field, you get Vylon extra deck pluses. I don't know why this is sliding. They're running 1 Meteor Burst, 1 Michael, 1 Charge, 1 Armades, and 1 Star Eater because I thought Star Eater would be a decent card in this deck. So we're going on 9 minutes in this video, but I hope you enjoyed it. This is my Vylon deck profile. If you guys want a combo video, I will be doing that, and I also need to do a combo video for my tunes. So I hope you enjoyed the deck profile. This is RoguePlayer. Go Rogue. I am out.